Hi guys, welcome to bsptrainings.com. My name is Amit and today I'm going to show you how to create a SmartSlice and creating report on top of this. This is my second session. In the first session I explained extensively how to create SmartView queries. So let's get started. What is SmartSlice, and we'll see a couple of examples. So today agenda is we'll talk about what is SmartSlice. We'll also discuss about various examples I'm going to show you in a SmartSlice. I'm also going to show you how to create report using SmartSlice, and finally we see SmartSlice option and wish list. What is not available in SmartSlice, and we are expecting this to be coming in upcoming releases. So let's get started. I like to give you first formal definition of SmartSlice. See, SmartSlice is basically giving defined boundaries for our ad hoc users. Ad hoc reporting capabilities. When you give a ad hoc reporting capabilities to the user, it may also expose the risk of user may use your dimension member at higher level. For example, if user drag and drop and extract all the entities or all the account and do ad hoc reporting, it may take extensive time or plenty of time to process the query. So when you want to give ad hoc reporting capabilities to the user, you would also like to define a limit so that people access the data pertaining to the job role. SmartSlice is designed in order to serve the same purpose. As you see, the first thing which I'll highlight over here, SmartSlice basically provide a reusability of the objects, prospect of the space, or could be your financial management. Another important thing which you see, SmartSlice is nothing collection of members, single member or multiple single members. You may also have some filters. So you ensure that people are accessing data pertaining to their job role. The most important thing about SmartSlice, which one should know about it, these components are serve as the boundaries to the data that user can view and work with SmartSlice. So on one hand you give ad hoc reporting capabilities to the user, on another hand you define the boundaries so user can access ad hoc reporting under predefined boundaries, and this way you can control the resource utilization as well. So in today's example we are going to see three examples. In first example, I am going to show you how to create product listing report, product actual budget and variance sales for last 3 months. Well, we cannot use a variable over here, so I'll be using a constant as if considering the last 3 months. Second, we all talk about how to use attribute dimension in your SmartSlice. So I'll be displaying all the market of type small market. Small market is basically an attribute dimension of your market type. So I'm going to show you a small market. This example also demonstrates you how to use charts and tabular report. And then in final example, I'm going to demonstrate you how to use ad hoc reporting capabilities. Right. So before we get started, I like to show you what are the services should be up and running. Before you connect to your system, just log into your workspace, your WebLogic server console, HTTP name of your server, 7003 and console, and under servers you can see these servers should be up and running because I'm going to use Space as a source, so my Space should be up and running, right? Space administration services, and you need a provider services. You click and check your provider service up and running. You could also type this URL in your browser and check. You should get this message stating that your Hyperion provider service is up and running. I already installed SmartView in my local desktop client, and therefore in my Excel I could see SmartView as an icon along with the ribbon bar. Right? So I'm going to create once again completely from the scratch. When you do it first time, you click on SmartView and click on panel. Okay, I'm going to disconnect all the existing connections. Okay. I already have a couple of connections. I'm going to disconnect them and make another connection. So click on SmartSlice, click on panel, click on shared connections, and I see already have my connection already up. So I'll disconnect all and do once again a new connection. Click on shared connection, and this is the URL in order to connect to SmartView provider. HTTP IP address of your server, and your port is 28080. However, you can modify port as well during installation. Workspace and IP SmartView provider. Define the credential over here. Default is user, is admin, and password is password. Once you connect it, so far in my application I've got airspace and planning. I would collect airspace, and I have a list of all the applications and databases. I'll be using sample basic in today's example, sample basic, and you see I already have one smart slice already created. I'm going to delete this and create a completely from scratch. So right click, and there is an option called create new smart slice, and the first option pop up to you. It says what alias you like to use. These aliases are nothing. While you create table, you define alias. um, so you can right click and check aliases are defined over here. Right click, and when you get edit property, you see you have an alias option. So your system is asking you, would you like to use a original name, default name, or long name? I'll be using a none. I don't need an alias in this example. Click on none. Okay. So default selection is, you see this point of view smart slice design window appear over here. The default view as in your column you got measure, in your row you got year. Right. You can drag it down and modify it. Let's modify it according to the requirement. In the first requirement, I like to create a product listing reports. I need product listing. I want product to be displayed in rows. I want this to be in rows, and I want my scenario, actual, budget, and variance should be in my column for last 3 months. Right? So I'll see last 3 months, and remaining the dimension I'll put in a point of view. Actually, when you create a report, you're supposed to have a report template or wireframe. Simple drag and drop and place your product in rows. Okay, and what do you want in column? I want scenario in my column. Along with this, my measure would be in point of view. A product listing report for sales. I use a product listing report in point of view. Okay. For last 3 months. So I'll use a year also in my column. Then click on year and define the value of it. The member, dimension member. Click on year. So by default, it select children of given dimension. I can click on this drop down under filter and change the descendant. Whatever month you want, I'm going to unselect all of them. The default selection is descendants. I'll unselect all of them and select only months, January, February, March, or whatever months you want. Unfortunately, you cannot use a variable as of now with your smart slice. This is a limitation. I would be expecting in the upcoming release it allow you to create user variable as well. I use July, August, and September. And what do you want in your scenario? I want scenario should be actual, budget, and variance. I unselect all of them. The default selection is always descendant of the given dimension. Now I want in a product, I want all the products, right? So the default is descendant of product. Let it be like this. In a point of view, I'm going to define my point of view as market as. For the sake of testing, by default taken descendant of all the children, descendant of all the market dimension. I'll be using descendant of market, and for the sake of testing we confine to New York only. And the second point of view would be my measure. I select measure as sales. Measure as sales. Right, so my measure is going to be working as point of view. There's an option called done. I don't need an attribute dimension, so I leave this as unselected. Click on done, and there is a point of view. Market is New York and measure is sales. Click OK. And name it as, I'll name this slide as product listing report. New York product listing report. So I'll allocate this report to my business user who would like to do analysis for product listing. My slide is ready. Once your slide is ready, you can insert this slide into your sheet. Right click and insert smart slice into report. You got two options: insert new report, object control. I click on this, and there are 3 ways to place your object. First is functional grid, tabular manner, and chart. I give you a quick brief about these 3. The function grid is used. It's an array of there's a get function. There's an array of get view. See this? It's an array of get value. Okay, so get value is the function and it's pass the value. The only limitation the function grid has, function grid cells are data gets refreshed, but if you metadata get modified, it doesn't get modified in your function grid. It means when you are accessing your report on behind the screen, somebody added new entities member or somebody modified common chart of account, it will not be visible in your function grid automatically. The only way to get it is to delete the function grid and re-add it. That's a limitation with this. Table and chart are the natural meaning of this. It allows you to give a tabular view of your data and graphical view of your data chart. I'll be using function grid in this example. Preferably use a function grid when you understand your members are remaining statics, reasonably static. Let's go and use a function grid, and I would see, do you see this option that says need refresh? Click on need refresh and here's your data. I do not have data for all combination, but I have data for some combination. Right? This is a function simple example. Let's go for another example. In next example, I'm going to demonstrate you how to use attribute dimension and how to display data in tabular view and chart view. Also in this example, I demonstrate you, in addition to S-based functionality, you can also make use of Excel function along with your S-based function. This gives you greater flexibility to the business users, the people who are more comfortable in Excel sheet. So I use a small market, which is an attribute dimension of my market dimension. So my requirement over here, I need to display small market sales growth pattern. Maybe I like to display this in tabular view along with chart view. Okay. So let's get started. I like to see sales growth pattern. Well, let's create a new slice. I'll go to home. I go to home and create a new slice. Right click and create new slice. I'll use the default name, and I need product, I need market, small markets. So market I would like to display in my rows. Right, all the market will display in rows, and it's not drag and drop. Market in rows, and I need market for small markets, right, in order to show the sales growth pattern. So let's imagine sales growth pattern from month over month, from one month to another month. So I'll take a year in my column. Right. Let's select year. So assume I'm taking a sales growth pattern for last 3 months or previous 3 months. As I assume my last 3 months are July, August, November, December, and October, November, December. I'm not sure whether we have data or not. Let's take, I think I have a data for July, August, and September. Okay. And the market major would be sales. I don't want all the majors. I want major only to be sales. I'll be using descendant of my majors. I'll use only sales. And here's the important thing, market. I don't want all market. Rather, I want market based on attribute dimension. So there's an option called subset. Click on subset. There's an option called add. Click on add and define the subset. Now you see you have a market attribute dimension called population. See over here. We have an attribute dimension that's called population, which is associated with my standard dimension called market. So I like to reclassify my market based on attributes called small market. So a small market, I like to filter out only those market which are small market, right? So here I'll be using population, small markets, only those member listed out over here which fall under small markets. I select all of them, check all of them, and apply. That's it. So this is done. I'll define point of view. For the sake of testing, I'll confine to one product. I'll be selecting only one product in a point of view and one scenario. Let's say actual. So my second slice is also done. You define point of view as product and scenario. My second slice is also done. I'll be naming it as over here small market view. So whoever like to do analysis on a small market need not browse the entire space queue. They will simply select my SmartSlice as SmartView, SmartSlice, and insert SmartSlice into report. Now here you see an option SmartSlice. I like to display as tabular view. Okay, I click on tabular view and refresh. I got the data. May not have data for the combination. Okay, you see tabular view append as your object, whereas function grid append as your Excel data. Okay, what I'll do, I'll insert once again. I'll insert function grid. I do not have data for all combination. I'll load some sample data and we see the growth pattern. Let's load the sample data. I'll type a data over here directly and we write back this data. I'm keeping some sample data over here. I select the data and write back. There's an option called submit data back to your Space Cube. Now I have data. I like to see the sales growth pattern. Now there are multiple ways, as I explain you. In addition to Space functionality, you can also use Excel functionality in your SmartView. So I'm going to plot a chart over here which shows the sales growth pattern. So select the area and use the Excel insert chart. You can use a line chart or bar chart. I'm going to use a bar chart, keeping this selection, and this is your bar chart. Right? It shows you for different province your sales growth pattern for last 3 months, July, August, and September, isn't it? So this is how you can do a pictorial presentation of your data. Okay. You could also do in the same fashion. You could create an insert report and you could insert a chart as well. This also allow you to use SmartView through chart. The last example I'm going to show you how do you incorporate the ad hoc reporting capabilities on top of your SmartSlice. So on one hand, if you use a ad hoc reporting capabilities on entire Space Cube, it may also expose you to the risk that your user may select parent member, or they may drag and you may use a member like entire entity structure or entire common chart of account. This way, it takes, you may have thousands of member under the given common chart of account. So this way user can try to pull the entire data. But this, by creating a SmartSlice, I like to define predefined boundaries under which user can do ad hoc reporting under predefined boundaries. So we'll create a SmartSlice and we allow user to do ad hoc reporting under this. So in what we do, we'll continue doing this thing, and under the SmartSlice this, add another, insert another sheet, and on top of my small market SmartSlice, I go to home and I see over here list of SmartSlice. I select my SmartSlice and click. There is an option called ad hoc analysis. Now you see ad hoc analysis window pop up over here, which give me power. I can drag and drop and place my object anywhere. For example, I want my period should be in my point of view, or drag and drop. Select this, I drag and drop, put over here in a point of view. Similar fashion, I can place my product in my column. I can simply select this and drag and drop into my column section. So ad hoc reporting allow you to select member by simple mouse click away. So I could select my product. I want product. Right now I have only product 110. I want descendant of all the products. I could take it back to my point of view, go to my dots and select multiple members. Descendant, children, ancestor of my all product. Okay. I say descendant of product rather than taking individual product. It seems I have got only one product under product dimension. So it's just a mouse click away. People can create report the way they like, and they can completely make use of all the functionalities whatever you have as part of your SmartView selection. So this is all about today's session. We'll take more example in subsequent classes. We'll talk about a couple of more examples of SmartSlice. So today I'm going to stop over here and open for your question. Should you have any question, please feel free to write to us. Also visit our site www.bsptrainings or bspconsulting.com. Thanks for joining today's session and have a great day ahead.